Man, the emotion in his voice created by this cry is incredible. So something that I try to teach my students, and I actually just released a video called this, Cry Your Way to a Better Voice. That's essentially what we want to do. Run, run, lost boy, they say to me. Hey everyone, Adam Mishan here, singer, songwriter, and vocal coach, and today I'm going to be reacting to Duncan Laurence and his acoustic version of Arcade. He was the Eurovision 2019 winner. Let's check out this song. It's been streamed a ton, and I really want to get a listen on this acoustic version. I really haven't heard the song, so let's check it out. Love the piano and the cello there. Violin added.
I'm still fixing all the cracks.
And now we've got just voice and piano. Very in his deep chest voice. Using a nice resonant chest voice.
If you want to see an uncut version of this video, check out the link in the description.
My mind feels like a foreign land.
Very interesting. So his pronunciation of his vowels actually reminds me of the singer from Pentatonics, Scott, the singer from Pentatonics. He has a tendency to close down his vowels, very similar to the way Scott does.
Please carry me, carry me, carry me home.
Beautiful head voice. Yeah, so he's got a pretty non-airy head voice quality there. If you want to get a free lesson from me, click the link down below.
Boy in a big arcade, I got addicted to a losing game.
Okay, so let's talk about what he's doing there. He's opting for a bit of a mix in this spot here. Going a little more full. And then nearing the end of this piece, he starts to allow it to flip into falsetto.
Small town boy in a big arcade.
Still mix.
I got addicted to
Now. Addicted.
Oh.
So he really favors a lot of vocal cracks. So going from a lighter going to a little bit more of a heavier tone on the bottom, and then flipping between those two. Flipping between his chest voice and his falsetto. It's definitely something that he's favoring in this song.
Didn't take a lot. I saw the end for it be.
Man, his ability to play around with dynamics is really amazing. So, you know, starting off this second verse is much more of a full sound, much more intensity. And then now he's flipping into his falsetto, which is a very different approach to what the first verse was.
Still I carried.
It's got a good cry underneath. Yeah. So he's throwing in a little bit of voice cracks as he's moving through his O parts.
All I know.
Yeah. All I know. So he's using a lot of voice crack there.
Loving you is a losing game.
It's actually something that's very good for the voice, and something we'll use this as an opportunity to teach something. If you're finding that you're struggling with specific high notes, using this sort of technique of flipping can be a really good way to make that feel much easier. So if I, let's say, I'm having a struggle to sing that note. So let's say I'm going, right? What we want to do is try to allow it to break, because when we allow it to break, we let go of all these exterior muscles that are making it go, So we want to try to go, Doesn't sound pretty, but it loosens it up. And then as time goes on, you can start to get the right muscles working for you. So trying to play around with that, because this, believe it or not, the feeling in my throat of that versus is much closer to than the sound. Hope that makes sense. I don't know. Jumped around with a bunch of different sounds there.
This roller coaster.
Beautiful. I mean, he's got an amazing falsetto, amazing head voice. It lends itself very, very well to this song. So if anybody is struggling to get that pitch, right? because he's doing that in a very pure head voice tone. So it's not, that's not what he's doing. He's going, that's a sound that requires chord closure. So one thing that if you notice that you're going more towards this type of sound, what you could do is try to close down and narrow down the corners of your lips as you do it. So try this with me. If you go like this, you'll notice it'll be much easier to keep it firm and keep it clear and non-airy than it is if you don't do that. The reason for that is because it leads you a little bit more towards head voice by closing down your lips a little bit more.
All I know, all I know.
Man, the emotion in his voice created by this cry is incredible. So something that I try to teach my students, and I actually just released a video called this, Cry Your Way to a Better Voice. That's essentially what we want to do. We want to cry our way into the song. And that's what he's doing. If you notice all the way through, he's crying. You hear it? That's got that cry. No cry. Right? It would fall all over the place. I love how they finish with the melody of the intro, and instead of the strings, they have his voice mimicking what the piano's doing. I thought that was beautiful. If you guys like this video, please click on this one. You're going to like it too.